Before anything else, gusto kong i-emphasize itong topic na to, since this topic about the resurrection is one of the major topics that I always discussed concerning to the fact that because Jesus had risen from the dead, then came over, Christianity is true. So kung tutuusin kasi, kung titingnan natin ang evidence concerning Christianity, we already have this kind of solid evidence, like God exists. We have evidence that God exists first and foremost. Minsan, we can use the Bible to show that God exists, but sometimes, even kung magkakaroon tayo ng pag-usap sa mga skeptics, for example, we are presenting some facts like the universe had a beginning, the universe was designed. Yan, psychological, we have philosophical and scientific evidence na nagpapatunay doon. We have the objective moral values and duties kung saan yung titingnan natin, halimbawa, kung itatanong lang natin, yun bang pag-torture for babies for fun ay mali? Siyempre, sasabihin ng marami ay maling-mali talaga. Doon pa lang, alam natin for sure na there are objective moral values and duties. Mayroong objectively good by objectively evil. Doon pa lamang makikita natin na mayroon talagang Diyos na siyang may likha ng lahat ng bagay, na siya ang masasabi natin na lawgiver, kumbaga. Okay? Siyempre, andyan na rin yung reliability ng scriptures. We are talking about the Bible here. Bukod sa ito, inspired ba? Kung titingnan natin yung testimony ng mga apostles ni Christ sa New Testament, it is legit and accurate talaga. And it was been written independently by those people on the first century. And lastly, dito na papasok yung katotohanan ukol kay Kristo Jesus. Take note, He claimed to be God, and He pointed out dun sa kanyang mga predictions that He will die, and on the third day, He will rise up from the dead. Katunayan, point 1, naalala na natin to Jesus died by means of crucifixion. Point 2, His tomb was empty. Point 3, yung mga disipulo niya at pati yung mga skeptics, they had seen, nakita nila ang muling nabuhay na Panginoon. And lastly, dahil doon nagkaroon ng transformation sa buhay nila, kung saan, take note, itong mga disipulo ni Kristo, naduwag pa nga mga yan nung nakita nila na ang kanilang master, yung kanilang Lord, andon nakabitin sa krus, wala na. They thought it was hopeless. And yet, on the third day, nung nakita nila na wala nang laman ng libingan, at nung nagpakita si Kristo sa kanila, kalagitnaan, doon sila nakumbinsi na, totoo pala, He had risen from the dead. Kaya nga, ito, kung titignan po natin ang mga katibayan niyan, beyond any shadow of doubt, Christianity is true. But here's the question. We already know that God exists. We already know that Jesus had risen from the dead. Here's the question. Are we truly following Him? Kasi, di ba nga, Jesus said that He is the way and the truth and the life, and that no man comes to the Father except through Him. Pero, we know for sure na meron po tayong kanya-kanyang free will. We have freedom to choose if we choose to follow Jesus, or we will reject Him. Sabi nga ni C.S. Lewis, there are two kinds of people in the end. Ang isa, sasabihin niya sa Diyos na kalooban niya mismo ang masunod, at yung isa naman dahil ayaw niya talaga kahit may evidence na nga diba? Andyan yung evidence for God's existence, the reliability of the Bible, miracles, the resurrection, but he chose to reject Him and to continue to rebel against Him. It sounds like God will say to him, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Right? Kaya nga, malaki po ang impact ng resurrection ng ating Panginoong Jesus sa buhay ng mga disipulo niya ng first century at maging sa panahon natin ngayon. Katunayan niya, dahil kay Kristo, especially in His resurrection, nagkaroon po tayo ng pag-asa. Why? the scriptures pointed out that if Jesus had risen from the dead, ang ating faith ay walang kwenta, walang halaga yung pangangaral. But since Jesus had risen from the dead, there's hope, kumbaga. Kaya nga, kung sino man po sa atin yung nakararanas ng mga sitwasyon sa buhay, whether you're in grief, o kaya nahihirapan ka sa buhay, parang nako-corner ka, maybe you experience anxiety or depression or anything na tila baga parang hindi mo na kaya, remember the message of the resurrection. Remember, kapatid, lalo po sa mga nakikinig po ngayon sa atin, if Jesus had risen from the dead, doon masasabi natin na talagang epektibo yung ginawa ni Kristo sa cross. Yung namit talaga yung justice ng Ama, at tayo nagkaroon ng bridge or way para tayo magkaroon ng connection sa Ama sa pamamagitan ni Kristo. Forgiven life, forgiven. We have been forgiven through Christ. Through Him, we became a righteousness of God according to 2 Corinthians 5:21. And because Jesus had risen from the dead, pinatunayan lamang niya sa atin na una, He is the divine Son of God. And point 2, we have hope of eternal life. Nawa ito po ay magiging sandigan natin lalo sa ating pananampalataya. Whether we like it or not, kahit tanggihan man halimbawa ng iba yung evidence dyan, mananatili ang katotohanan that if Jesus had risen from the dead, if God exists, if Jesus really claimed to be God, then Christianity is true.